Hey there everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from Food Dog Group, and I have been doing a kind of informal video series about productivity and time management and how to get more done in business, in work, in life. And in this video, I'm going to share the most transformative time management productivity tool slash strategy that I have ever experienced. I'm going to share it with you. I hope you find it as transformative as I have found it. So I've been studying productivity, time management for, as far as I can remember, for many, many years. And in that study, I would often trip over the concept that I'm about to share with you. And it was always suggested as a practice or a habit to do, and I always resisted doing it. And then one time I finally relented and decided to do it, and it changed my life, it changed my work, it changed how I get things done. And that practice is time tracking. So when I first heard about it, I was like, time tracking, why do I need to track my time? I already know what I do. I have a pretty good sense of it. How much more insight can I get from it? And, in my studies of goal setting and time management, I would trip over this concept from time to time. And I'd be like, okay, I get it. Track your time. Maybe people need it. I certainly don't. And I kept going and going like that. And finally, I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to do it. But what can I possibly learn? And so I got just like a notebook, the kind you get at the back to school sales type of thing, and a pen. And I made 3 columns on a piece of on the page in that notebook. Column 1 was start time, column 2 was end time, and column 3 was a larger column, and it was like task or activity. And then I started tracking, and I would just track when I did things. And so, I would, send emails. So I'd do my start time, I'd send my emails, and then I'd do my end time, and I'd move on to another task. And then I move on to another task, like, write I was a freelance writer at the time. So, write an article for this client. So I put in my start time, wrote the article, put in my finish time, and so on. And at the end of the day, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I can see all these different places where I spent longer than I need to on something, or there was gaps. I forgot to track my time, but I knew that, it wasn't like I was massively productive at that time. I was probably busy, distracted, maybe on social media or something. And so I got better the next day, more consistent in tracking. And by the end of the week, I was like, wow, I see the value of this practice. And it's not like I was wasting my time. I was very productive already, but this time tracking gave me a whole new level of insight that I had never seen before. And here's the result for me. So I was a freelance writer and consultant. And so I was basically paid for my time to provide like content, copy, and insights to customers. And I didn't make any other change except tracking my time. So I didn't increase my rates. I didn't change who I was working for or how much I was billing or how many hours I was working. I simply changed how much more I was getting done through time tracking. So I didn't extend my day. I just got more done in my day. And just that one change alone doubled my income. I doubled my income just by seeing little bits here and there where I could have done this better. I could have not worked on this. I could have batched these things together. I could have shortened the amount of time I was returning emails and reduced the amount of time I was on social media, etc. So time tracking changed my life that one time. It doubled my income, and suddenly I became a time tracking believer. And since then, I do it regularly. I try to do time tracking at least once a year. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I do it more often than that. Other times, I forget. But it is a great practice to do, a great skill set to adopt. And now that I'm talking out loud here, I might just do it again really, really soon, just to get another layer of insight on what I do and on my life. And every single time I do it, I find ways to be more productive, to be more efficient, to get more done. And ultimately, the reward is I'm not really paid by my hours anymore, but the reward is that I get more done in less time, which gives me more freedom in my life, which is ultimately what I want. So keep it simple for you. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, make some columns, start tracking your time. If you have to set a reminder on your phone every 15, 20 minutes, just to make sure you go back and track your time. And then at the end of the day and the end of the week, go back and look at your notes. And I promise you will find insight in how to be more efficient and more productive. I have never met anyone who has done this exercise and went, nope, it was perfect, and moved on. Every single person I have prompted to do this exercise has found amazing insight and improved what they get done. And I know that you will as well. So I'd love to hear from you. If you have done this time tracking exercise, or even if you have been someone who has worked with me to do it in the past, because I've got a lot of people to do it, post in the comments below and let me know how has it helped you, because I know it has helped a lot of people. So time tracking. Let's see in the comments below the results that you have had from time tracking. All right, everyone, that's it for my strategies, my productivity strategies today. And I am going to start time tracking. Let's see, today's Thursday as I record this, so I'm going to start time tracking on Monday. I'm really curious to know how it goes. Have a great day, everyone.